Baby, this is a love message you need to hear at this time. The first question I was told to ask you is: are you very crystal clear with your desires and what you're manifesting and calling into your life? At this time of saying this message, you've recently just had a sort of level up realization and transformation in terms of you having you've been settling or you've been reducing your expectations based on what you've previously experienced prior to now. And now you're realizing that you've been cutting your basically you've been underbidding or under asking or underperforming or under targeting or just under asking. And spirit is like, I want you to be crystal clear about your desires. Do you still want what you want? Do you still want what you think you want, what you've always thought you wanted? Is it time to raise the price? Is it time to demand for more? Is it time for you to allow yourself to dream for more, to reach for more, to stretch your hand for more, to receive more? World card at the bottom of the deck. Allow yourself to experience more, to receive more, basically, to just be more open, to expand more. All I keep hearing is crystal clear transmission. Are your desires still in alignment with your new realizations of yourself, with your new awakening of who you are? All right, so let's go into this reading. What's this love message Spirit wants you to receive at this time? I don't want to know another day, so I'm telling you exactly what is on my mind. Seems like everybody's breaking up, trying their love away. Okay, that just came out of nowhere. All right, so if you're new here, I'm Dr. B, Psychic B. I get a lot of my messages through songs, and when Spirit just uses me like an open mouthpiece. So if you're here, there's a love message you need to receive at this time. So you're being called to step away, take a step back from what you've been so immersed in, from this manifestation, in this love manifestation you've been so focused on trying to bring to life, and really take a step back and tune into what your heart desires. Tune into what would actually be fulfilling for you now instead of what you've always believed or thought would be fulfilling. Tune into what your heart really wants you to receive at this time. Tune into what your heart's true desires are instead of settling for what you've previously kept up on your vision board or on your manifestation board. Like, okay, if I have this, if I have this sort of person, if I have this sort of place, then I'll be fine. But you are no longer the person who put together that vision board. You are no longer the person who wrote out those qualities for the desirable qualities in a partner. You are no longer that person. Your views have changed, your expectations have changed, your desires have changed, your demands have also increased, your hunger, your appetite has been whetted further. So are you going to allow yourself to truly, truly embrace the yearning that is opening up for you to demand more, for you to demand more of God, of life, of love? Are you going to allow yourself to leave your net, leave your boat, and follow your heart's desires, your heart's volitions? Instead of you being fixated and fixed on, oh, this relationship has happened this way, it has to come from this person, it has to come through this means, through this platform, it has to come in this particular way. Are you open to allowing God bring you what you want in the best way, in the best way possible, that will actually blow your mind, instead of you being fixed to a certain relationship pattern or a certain way of showing up, a certain relationship identity which you've carried so far, which you've allowed to be ingrained into your personal identity? But this was not your true identity. What I'm hearing is this was molded based on your past experiences in relationships, and you allow that to kind of like build a container for your relationship personality, for how you show up in relationships, and basically fashion and shape your expectation from relationships. Are you going to allow God to give you what you deserve, to give you a new experience, to show you something different, to show you something else, to basically hand to you on a platter of gold, something that will be more fulfilling, something that will be more enriching, a relationship, a partner, a lover that will be more satisfying, more rewarding? Are you going to allow yourself to cast away your net and walk away from your ways, your old, I'm hearing like old stuffy ways of being in relationships? And my nose is hot. Okay, old card at the bottom of the deck again. Are you going to allow yourself to experience the world? I mean, there's something I'm picking up, right? Like, you've previously restricted yourself to a certain flavor profile in partners, in dates, in relationships, in romantic relations. You restricted yourself to a flavor profile, and God is wanting to bring you a 9 course meal from different international cuisines, but you've restricted yourself to local dishes. And God is like, are you going to allow me to serve you this 9 course meal? Or do you still want to stay content with local dishes which are not fulfilling or satisfying? That is very particular. There's also something I'm saying about like a chef's cap. You might have recently maybe watched I'm hearing like a cooking show, a cooking talent show, or a cooking contest or a cooking competition. Okay, so you got 7 of wands. So are you going to allow, and then 9 of wands at bottom of deck. So are you going to allow yourself to really, really release what is treacherous, what is traitorous, what is not fulfilling, what is not filling your cup, what is not fulfilling, what is not satisfying, what is not rewarding, what is not enriching, what you've basically outgrown? Are you going to allow yourself to release what you've outgrown? To be able to release all the anxieties that come from dealing with and continuing with this relationship pattern, this relationship loop? Are you going to allow yourself to release the anxiety that comes with always trying to figure out, because your mind has conformed to an expectation of relationship, so you keep allowing yourself to only attract those kind of relationships and those kind of relationship patterns and those kind of relationship energetics, and you just keep on going around instead of allowing yourself to experience a new way, a different way, a different way of being in union, a different way of being in relationship, a different way of being in partnership, a different way of being seen. 3 of cups, you've got community, audience, a different way of being in relations, a different way of just being seen, of being, I'm hearing like being desired. What I'm actually saying is like a different way of being savored, like you're a dish that needs to be consumed, that like you're a dish that needs to be licked off the plate. That's how delicious you are, but you're serving yourself repeatedly to. After shuffling again, still 9 of wands at the bottom of deck. So there's a lot of anxiety you're feeling. I'm also hearing helplessness about this certain situation because you keep replaying the loop. So are you going to allow yourself to be served up in a way to discerning tongues that are going to savor every drop, every morsel of you? It's going to be a delicacy that is savored, that is lusted after and dripped and dreamed about and dribbled upon and salivated upon, instead of just being gobbled up and not being, you know, yeah, you have so many delicate taste flavor profiles wrapped up in you. What I'm just saying is, I don't know why spirit is just giving me this this emphasis and examples about food and stuff. What I'm just saying is like, yeah, this dish made up of so many ingredients, each with a unique flavor signature. But you're not allowing yourself to be eaten. You're not allowing yourself to be tasted by someone who has a discerning tongue, who is able to appreciate all your flavor profiles. Yes, because you keep serving yourself up to someone who just gobbles you down and not appreciating what it takes to make you up. Just and okay. This is also in extension because how you relate to one is how you relate to many. So this is also in extension with your community, with your new audience, with your tribe, yeah, your audience. Are you ready to be exposed? Are you ready to be exposed in a good way? Are you ready to be seen and loved by people who truly see you, who truly understand you, who truly appreciate you, who truly are enamored by you? Or do you want to keep on being where you are simply tolerated? And that tolerance is filling you up with anxiety because all your brain keeps on telling you and your higher self coming in telling you that there's more to this. There could be more. You could be experiencing more. You could be receiving more. You could be loved more, just more, a lot of more. But it's like you're settling for the littlest things. You're settling for the tiniest packages. You're settling for the tiniest amount. So are you ready to allow God, Spirit, Source, Universe to give you a new experience that is going to absolutely freaking ass blow your mind? Are you ready to receive that? Are you ready to receive this new community, this new audience, this new platform, this new stage, this new truckload of blessings instead of settling for the spoonful of dribbling eh, tolerance? We're not made to be tolerated, baby. You were not made to be tolerated. So at this time, you're being called to reevaluate what you've been asking for, what you've been showing up for, what you've been expecting, and what you've been manifesting. You're being called to reevaluate what you've been showing up for, what you've been expecting, and what you've been manifesting. You've got the star card, okay? Allow yourself to, and then you got 10 of wands, okay? So allow yourself to stop being this guy that is weighed down by the burdens and the problems and the issues of people who could never actually appreciate you, people who don't have the tongue. There's just something about tongue, like there's just something very sensual about you, very sensual in the best ways. There's something very pleasurable about you that it takes a discerning mind to appreciate. People that can appreciate you, that people that actually know the value of you. If you don't place yourself where you are appreciated, you continue to be confused about your values due to the signals that you're receiving from external. But if you're in an environment that truly sees you and appreciates you and honors you, you realize that your value is 100x more than you've previously accepted or understood or seen about yourself. So right now, because you got 10 of wands in reverse, are you going to allow yourself to release the burden of other people's opinions, other people's shortcomings, other people's inability to grow, other people's inability to show up, other people's inability to see God, even if God was standing right in front of them? They are just not able to see it. They just don't. What I just keep on getting is like they are not connoisseurs of art. If you're a connoisseur of art, when you see great work, when you see great art, when you see great paintings, you know this is a masterpiece. But if you're someone who you're basically art illiterate, you just be like, oh, okay, this person splashed three colors together, and what's this? They cannot absorb and appreciate the abstraction and the mystical they cannot appreciate those parts of you because they don't have the discerning mind to be able to decipher who you truly are. So you can allow yourself to be placed in the rooms and in the bedrooms I'm hearing as well. in the rooms and in the places and conversations where you can be truly seen, where your value can be truly appreciated, where your value can be truly rewarded, where your value can be truly honored. Now they are showing me this picture of a boardroom, and it's like, yeah, in the boardroom, you should be at the head of the table. You should be sitting as the chairwoman, and but you're not even sitting at the table. You're sitting along the wall like a secretary, where you're actually like the chairwoman and the chairman of the company. Because you are not allowing yourself to be seen the way you truly are. So this is the star card. This is time for you to really, really allow yourself to find strength. Find strength in, because there's also something, that anxiety I'm picking up is also coming from you being afraid that what if you ask for more, or you desire more, will it really be met? Will your needs be met? Will your desires be met? Will you find the person that is able to show up for you the way you desire to the way you desire to be seen? Will you find the tribe, the audience, the people, will you just find what you're looking for if you desire to dream, if you desire to have hope, if you desire to really lean into your intuition and really tune into your intuition, how you're being guided? Will you find the persons? Will you find the support? Will you find the person who truly love you? Because I don't know how this King of Cups got here, but the King of Cups, I've suddenly found it here. Will you find the person who is able to satisfy you emotionally, who is able to be there for you, who is able to provide the best emotional counterpart for you, who is able to be a home for you to feel secure and safe in, who is able to bring you and offer you security, not from a place of material security, but actually emotional security. I typically never use tarot cards, like just plain tarot cards, because as I say, I don't read tarot. It's one of the tools I use, but I don't use it. Like, I don't rely on it. But this is interesting, the way I'm just being guided to use tarot cards. So you got two of coins and then the magician. I got the Midas touch. I got the Midas touch. Everything I touch turns to gold. Oh, baby, I got the Midas touch. Baby, let me touch your body and your soul. Okay, so allow yourself to realize that you're King Midas right now. Everything turns into gold. But if people are not able to see that, you cannot force them. You cannot force them to see that you have the golden touch. You cannot force them to see that you are the magician. You cannot force them to see that you are the tool master, that you are the expert, that you know all these things. You can't force someone who is not ready to see. What you are showing me is like you can force a horse to go to the stream, but you can't force it to drink. You can force people like, oh, see me, I'm all in your presence, and you're showing up and you're doing the most and you're shouting and you're expressing. But if the person does not have the bandwidth and the experience level to be able, it's still coming back to that thing of connoisseur. Someone who has not appreciated and experienced the finer things of life, they will mistreat you, they will mishandle you. You're King Midas, you're Queen Midas. Everything you touch turns into gold. You have the doubling effect. Everything you lay your hands upon become prosperous. But you cannot keep on advertising yourself to people who are not ready to put themselves in the place of having the experience of your touch, of your work, of your magic, of your doubling effect, of your multiplying factor. You cannot keep on saying, oh, see me, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Because all I'm just saying is you, like you're shouting, oh, I can do this, I can actually do this, I can get this done for you. But then their backs are turned to you, they are deaf to your pleas and your endeavors, and you're like, And that is what keeps on dragging you into this lower loop of anxiety, but it's simply because you are not being where you'll be appreciated. So allow God to take you to where you need to be. Allow God to take you to your tribe, the people who truly see you, the people that will honor you, the people that will pour into you because they realize what a maestro you are, what a rare find you are, what a rare breed you are, how you are distinct, how you are special, how you are unique. Allow God to take you to where you'll be appreciated, where you'll be seen as a why am I saying magician, where you'll be honored. I got again, they're just pulling my attention to the wand in the two of coins, and then the magician. The wand is also holding. You are someone who is very powerful. I'm also getting the vibe of you could be a manifestor or you could be a manifesting generator according to your human design. You are able to make something out of nothing. You're able to turn rubble, ashes into the most magnificent palace or tower. But if someone is just holding back their rubbles and ashes, like, oh, I don't want you to see, then you cannot force yourself, even though you keep on saying, oh, I can help you, I can turn that into something beautiful for you, let me help you. You cannot force someone that is not ready to be helped. In as much as you have such a good nature as you want to, you cannot force someone who is not just ready. You can't force someone who is not ready. And you trying to do this is simply holding you back from experiencing what spirit has prepared for you. It's simply holding you back from stepping into your goodness, from stepping into this pleasurable life that's been prepared for you, that's been handcrafted for you to step into, where you're going to step into and where you're going to receive your crown and your glory and your honor and the attention of who you are is going to be seen, but you're allowing yourself to dabble with people who are not able to see you, people who don't appreciate. It's not even about them not appreciating your value. First of all, for you to appreciate something, you have to be able to see something, and saying something means you have to know it. Because if you are saying something you don't know, you still don't understand it. For you to really see something, you have to know what it is and what it's capable of. So it's like you are this loaded, what I'm saying now is an armored truck full of cash. You are this armored truck full of cash. But anyone passing will just be like, oh, that's just like a regular van. But someone who has taken time to notice armored trucks will be like, what the F? That truck is not just filled with armored cash. It's not just filled with cash. I'm saying like bullion. It's actually like a bullion van filled with gold bars. Not even cash, just cash. Gold bars. But someone who has no interest in this area, someone who can't decipher this, the person is just going to think that you're just a dusty ass fruit truck, not even fruit truck, a dusty ass furniture truck, not even furniture, it's just a dusty ass truck. How can you convince someone who is not ready to see you? By taking yourself away and placing yourself where you can be seen, where you can be loved, where you can be honored, where you can be appreciated. Okay? Spirits, what else is here for this collective? So allow yourself to release the burden of showing up where you are not seen. Allow yourself to be taken to where you can be seen. Allow yourself to just be. You got the moon, intuition, recognize, and got the bouquet, surprise, present. Allow yourself to receive from God. Allow yourself to be taken to where you'll be surprised, where life is ready to surprise you, where God is ready to gift you with abundance, with joy, with blessings, with just beautiful things. Allow yourself to be taken to where you can be where you can have new experiences, where you can just be this delightful bundle of joy and optimism and excitement because every day brings something new. Instead of you experiencing every day as it has previously happened, now you're putting yourself in an environment and in a place where every day holds the promise of new beginnings, of a fresh journey, of a fresh adventure, of an optimistic I'm just seeing like optimism, excitement, joy, inspiration, just all of those good feeling tones, all of those high frequencies, all of those elevated frequencies. I'll just keep on keeping you in this rapturous excitement and rapture of joy, rapture of happiness, rapture of love, rapture of laughter. Allow your intuition, allow your emotions to guide you to where you need to be. This is alone under the moon. Your emotions are being very loud right now. That's why you are also led to sing this. That's why you're also led to sing this reading. That's why you're also led to sing this reading. All right, baby. Let me round up your message. I'm being told that I should keep it short so that you receive all you need to receive without overthinking. If I show you why I'm laughing, oh my goodness. What did I tell you about a chef's hat at the beginning? Profession, alliance, schedule. You guys, you've been recently seeing a lot more people wearing yellow, maybe yellow caps, yellow art, especially like yellow head coverings. And it's also because your solar chakra as well as your sacral chakra and your basically your solar chakra and your sacral chakra, they're being very very much activated. So you guys are in this creative burst of excitement, you're in this creative burst of energy. So it's like spirit is like, I'm ready to let you overflow. What I'm saying is this: overflowing, your cup is overflowing with so many creative ideas. But if you allow yourself to still stay in an environment to be seen by people who don't understand you, who cannot appreciate you, then all of that will just be like, it will be like you're overflowing with all of this. It will make you feel like you're not being creative when in fact you're at the most creative, you're at the most creative height you've ever been in your life. There are still going to be more heights beyond this, but right now this is the most creative you've ever been. But if you allow yourself to stay in an environment where that's not being seen, you're going to just feel redundant, and this anxiety, hopelessness, despair, fear is just going to continue like a cycle. I did not even see this. This time for you to freaking ass take pride in yourself. Woo! I feel like ending the reading at this point where spirit is like, man, compose yourself. Because I'm just, your energy right now, it's potent, it's charged up. It's like, do you understand how alluring and magnetic and powerful and potent and just charged and ready? It's like, your energy, your creative ideas, the things you're trying to do, they're about to burst out of the dam and they're going to hit the world with so much power and force and vigor and velocity. And but if you allow yourself to stay in the barnyard is just going to kill your ideas. It's just going to suppress it. It's just going to keep it closed. This started off as a love reading, but Spirit is saying that both of it is actually conjoined because your inability to put yourself or demand more from your relationship, in your love relationship, is also extending to, because being in a love relationship with someone is just a one person distillation of your relationship with many people. So your inability to desire more in your relationship with one person is just, it's actually like a sample size description or feature, or almost like I'm just saying like this featured show, like an episode of your inability to be in a relationship, in a deserving relationship with many. Oh wow. Okay, let's unpack these four cards. Oh damn, I feel like I've unpacked it all. So remember that chef that I told you? Okay, you guys are so. This is profession, expertise, omniscience, talent. You're so freaking as talented, and this is like the magician's magic. Is it magician or magician? Whatever. This is the magician's card all over again. In the same reading at the same freaking ass time. Like, do you understand? Do you understand how powerful you are right now? Do you understand how talented you are? You have all the tools you need at your disposal. Everything is ripe. All the ingredients are here. This is the perfect time. All that is left is for you to allow yourself to be taken to where you need to be taken to, where your work is going to be best showcased, where you are going to command the attention that you truly deserve for what you are capable of, for being King Midas, for having that magical touch. Oh wow, interesting. Okay, and then you go alliance. Allow yourself to be taken to where you can have trustworthy companions, honest feedback, people that point to you, persons that truly see you, where you can feel like you're loved, you're cherished, you're supported, you're protected. These persons have your back. Whatever idea you bring, they're ready to roll with it. Whatever idea you like, okay guys, let's do this, they're like, okay guys, this is how I'm thinking, this is a new direction. Okay, where you can just, the way a dog is loyal, where you can have loyal supporters, loyal fans, people that truly see you and it's not just about seeing you, appreciating you, honoring you, ready to pour into you because they believe in you, because they trust you, that your judgment is sound, that your decision making skills are sound. They trust your ability to take them to new promised lands, even if the map is uncharted, even if nobody has ever gone in that direction before, because you are the one telling them, oh guys, let's do it this way. They are ready to cast everything, their oils, take out their savings, put their houses up for mortgage to fund the idea, everything. Okay, you got management, plan, organize. Are you going to allow your time and effort to be rewarded instead of just slaving, instead of just going through this continuous cycle that doesn't yield anything? Are you going to allow your time to be judiciously used? Something is coming to me now. There was a code I received. Was it this rising or yesterday rising about Saturn? I say Saturn is my sugar daddy. Saturn is my sugar daddy because there was just something the code I received was around, if you're building something that is going to last a lifetime, then it's about being slow and steady. It's about building with integrity. Structural integrity is your first focus, is your first concern. You're not concerned about time, you're not concerned about speed. No, structural integrity, because you're building something that is going to be solid and stable and structured from the ground up so that it can support anything you leverage, anything you rest upon it, any ways in which you want to branch out your ideas and your projects and your concepts. Your foundation is going to be able to support it. So right now, Spirit is saying, are you going to allow yourself to be taken to where you can build a solid as structured, strategic foundation that is able to support your dreams and your ideas for years and decades to come? There's also something here about you, because everything still boils down to the point of you playing in a field where you cannot be seen. So it's like, yeah, this badass hockey player, but yeah, on the badminton court. You're on the badminton court and you're like, oh, nobody's applauding for me because you're freaking in the wrong place. You're in the wrong court. It's like you're a football player, then you're in basketball court. Of course, you're weirdo where you are. You're not where you can be appreciated, even if you are the best football player in the world. You're not going to be able to kick. You can kick as hard, as far as from one end of the field to the other end. But if you're on a court where it's oops and you have to throw the ball, it's it doesn't mesh, it doesn't gel, it won't work. Where you are cannot serve you what you desire. So allow yourself to be taken to where God needs you to take, where God needs you to go. Like, let go of your net and follow me. That's like, it's very simple. Drop your concerns, drop these things you're enmeshed in, that you're just like, oh, I have to do this. Just let it go and follow God's intuition. Follow your intuition. That's it. When you be when you have so much pride in your work, aren't you tired of exchanging your time for little results? Where your time is going to be compounded, where your efforts are going to be compounded, where you're going to see results that blow you out of the park. At this time, allow your self-esteem, healthy self-worth, healthy ego, which is going to be confidence, not ego in terms of what you are seeing materially, what you are seeing physically. This is confidence that comes from being who you are and knowing that you are playing in a field where you can be truly seen. Oh wow. All right, let's round up this message. I feel like I've given you everything I need, everything you need. And if I'm giving you anything else, I don't want you to lose sight of anything I've told you. So you guys will be saying 999 as well as 777. Okay, so let's round this up. Again, can you see the yellow? And then 17 on the card, the spark of also. Integrate your knowing. And they're telling me to pull a spirit animal card for you. So I'm going to give you a spirit animal. Integrate your knowing. Overthinking can spoil the magic. So are you going to allow yourself to let the spark of also come into you and stimulate you and trigger you and take you to where you'll be seen and appreciated and loved upon and celebrated and fawned upon? Like, they will not be able to get enough of you. They're like, give us more, give us more, give us. Allow God to take you to this place. Allow God to take you to where you need to go, where you will flourish, instead of staying in a place where you are struggling for the basics. You are not made to struggle for the basics. Excuse you. You're not made to struggle for the basics. And I'm being told to wring my neck at you and give you my deadpan stare. Like, excuse you. All right, spirit animals working with this collective. Thank you. You got tiger. Divine timing. Good things come to those who wait. Good things come to those who wait, but we cannot serve you where you currently are. Frog, step into your power. Don't take a back seat in your story. It's time to step up. So is there any final? Thank you. You got first. Okay, so I'm just, if lots flew out. You got honeybee. Divine feminine, you're being called to rise. Hair, strength. Take time to make clear decisions. Bring awareness and light to this situation. Sea turtle, again, that thing about conserving your strength, conserving your time, and making your time and effort compound. Sea turtle, conservation, make conscious choices. Fox, shadows, embrace your shadows. There are no shadows without light. Squirrel, spiritual maintenance, be your own caretaker. But listen up. You are walking through deep soul patterns. Release any outdated beliefs that surface. Sloth, digital